It was Blues Cruise when I started to go to the jacuzzi there, and I would have very clear visions of the so-called Russell Pearson Terminator guy, and in the visions he was like really like all permeating, and I spent like at least an hour in meditation every morning in Blue Spruce jacuzzi, and then I'd go back to meeting before the article got written and filmed and posted, before I started to give sessions at noon to 7 p.m. every day. So in the morning, we used to wake up super early, make coffee and eggs and breakfast for everyone. And I was, administering like all the just supplements before she got mummified and everything. So like all the suja drinks and whatever else for like my nutritional expertise. And apparently it was on purpose when they had the Christine call on November 30, and we were eating carrot cake after like the Mexican bar El Pueblo something, where I used to give sessions at the bar, literally like drinking just margaritas with my laptop open and like eating nachos. Like the team would be eating because I can't eat, like I'm talking the whole time. Like I was the money maker and everybody around me was just setting me up. That's like the big story. So like it's on purpose that they did it, and that they had during my time in the sauna, the jacuzzi, I guess, is when Russell would come in Blue Spruce, probably with like Christine, to Michael's bed, because then I had visions of like Michael, like I saw his face in like another like pussy, but like I saw close-ups of like his tongue inside another pussy I was in, because I get like very vivid visions, right? And every time they call out like when I'm going through soul rape, like it's also very vivid. So like that's why most of the time I'm like crippled. So also well, yeah, so then I saw these visions and I mentioned that in meeting. That's when Amy says, that like we should just like still work together and be a team and sleep in the same bed, but we shouldn't like be sexual at all. Because then she understood that like I have a very conscious pussy, like I know everything. That's why now I don't even like, people are like, oh please let me go. I'm like, oh no, you're not going down on me. Like there's no way anyone going near me at all. Like I've been through enough. Like it's actually really deranging. Like maybe people are not me, but like I'm very conscious sexually, so I can't even picture it. Like I can't do it. It's been years of this. So that's how it went down. And then that's why Michael said to me, like in this meeting, he was like, yeah, I went through the rainbow portal and you didn't yet, and whatever. We'll go there later and stuff like that. And then he started to like watch movies alone and like turn his laptop away from like, he started to like become egomaniac person. And then David called and called him an arc asshole, because he was correct. I mean, David called and he's like, he called many times Amy's like MG, like the number and the number of like Jonah or Miguel. He called every number. Like David was a roaring, like, forest lion. He was like, you can't fuck with Dave. Like, he was conscious, and he knew Hasnamis. Like, he felt the frequencies. Every time Hasnamis is conscious evil. When I was in rooms with conscious evil, he, like, called me out, like, even if it's, like, miles apart. So Dave called, and he's like, you fucking Argasol piece of shit. Argasol Michael. And then, because, like, the MG thing, like, her voice like, greetings, angels. He's like, I'm not an angel, you fucking ass douchebag. You fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna shut you down with the FBI. Wow. So, that was the story. And then they made me listen to the messages. Then Jonah was like, what is this? One day it's heaven, one it's hell. You know, and then, like, they're like, oh, you gotta book a, like, room for us, whatever. And then I accepted, like an idiot. Like, I didn't know. Like, literally, I'm very, very naive. Like, they scared me. Like, I'm in the end of nowhere, alone. I don't know anyone on earth. And who do you want me to call? I wasn't in the habit of calling cops at that point. And we didn't even have police in Shasta. But now that I know that when I do call cops, it's useless anyway. So there's no solace. It's fucked. So I wasn't calling cops. And that's when some people started to, like, Facebook me. Like, hi, I'm here in Reading. Can I pick you up? Like, they'd, like, behave like they don't even know that I'm in Mission House or that I'm giving sessions. I'm like, can you please, like, book a session through, like, our website? And then I also give, like, the, like, website that I created here at Corpus Christi as well. And I would give them options, like, if you want to book a session. And then Miguel's like, I don't recommend you go with him because then you're going to regret it. You know, like, they didn't want me to, like, get hip since, like all these people who come my way to try, like, break off these cycles, because it started in Shasta, these things. So that's how they chose to replace me with Russia. And then this started before, because I had already visited my mother, and after I did is when the Sally Gretzinger here, the mom, said that I was, like, the tiniest of the Russian dolls, and she, like, tagged a photo of some Russian dolls on the selfie of me and my mom on my initial Facebook that they stole. So that's that. So they decided to, like, the Christine thing was in the works anyway. And then the Amber thing, that's when they didn't let me go to Mission House straight upon returning. Anyways, it was really complicated because that's when, actually now I know, so the Phalange and Beirut were trying to save me from that destiny to provide me with my initial position. So I guess the Phalange tried to save me for me to be Aurora Diamond Rainbow and the Toti to be stuck over there with a baby. Because that's what they told me they'd do. But because, those people are very terrorist, honestly. Those Love As One people are extreme terror. Like literal extreme terror. Now I know. Wow. Because this whole thing was pre-planned. So now we have to know who's behind biological weaponry and nuclear warfare. I think it's like this is all Islam-based. I'm gonna have to investigate.